At the beginning of the year, last year, if you've listened to the podcast, or you've watched the podcast, you probably know the story by now. Goes back to 2019. November 2019, Thanksgiving. I had an injury, and Chris, it doesn't make me emotional to talk about this on my own, but to think about it from his perspective, it does make me emotional, so just warning you guys. Chris had somebody, I had called Chris to the bathroom, or no, I had called Jessica to the bathroom, my stepmom, who's a nurse, and I asked her to look at it, and she's calling Chris, and by the time Chris gets to the door, I'm passing out in his hands from the pain in the bathroom. And so he rushes me to the hospital, and they push the hernia back in.
Yep. All right, you can go home now.
That was rough. Fast forward a couple of weeks, I have surgery. I come home. It's supposed to just be this routine hernia repair surgery, not a big deal. And I'm in astronomical pain on the couch. I couldn't do anything. I would cry all day. And in the follow-up instructions for home, I pushed that all together.
Drive time.
I'm still nervous. I'm nervous. They said to cough, and anytime I would cough, it was excruciating. Like, I would have to hold a pillow against my incisions. It was excruciating, and I kept telling him, something's wrong. Something's really wrong. This is not normal. And I would call the doctor and like, listen, I'm in a lot of pain. They're like, it's normal to be in some pain. I'm like, this is not some pain. This is brutal. This cannot be normal. So by 4 weeks, I finally called and said, listen, I should not be in this much pain 4 weeks after a laparoscopic surgery. It should not be like this. So Chris took the day off, and we went to the doctor's office, and I went in by myself because we had the girls. We didn't have a sitter. That matters in this story. So I went in, Chris stayed in the car, and the doctor pulls out the ultrasound machine, and he literally says, I have no idea what this is. I had a mass pop up. And when he did that, and he said he had no idea what it was, I freaked out. And my support wasn't there. He was out in the car. And he's like, meet me at the hospital. We're going to have emergency surgery now.
Right now.
No. So I go out to the car. I'm freaking out, telling Chris these things. Chris has to leave me alone at the hospital, signing in for surgery. Thankfully, my grandma worked a couple blocks away. My grandma came over.
Thanks, Brenda.
Yeah. Chris had to drive the girls to my mom, come back to the hospital to meet me there. I was in surgery for probably two or 3 hours. I don't know.
An eternity.
Yeah, I don't remember how long. And I woke up to an 8-inch incision. Lots of little marks, and lost part of my intestines, and they had to scrape my abdominal wall. It was completely necrotic. And the next 24 days, I spent in the hospital.
Yeah.
And for the first 18 or 19, you didn't leave my side.
Nope. I used all my vacation time.
Yeah.
Plus some more.
And what was bad was, like, he had signed on for a new job.
Yep, called and told them I wasn't going to be there until you were out.
Yeah. But then you had to, because you ran out of time off.
I ran out of time off and ran out of money.
Yeah, we had nothing in the hospital. Like, we were thankful for a couple people who had visited, who had gave us a couple $100 so Chris could eat. We maxed out our credit cards so that you could eat. You slept on a bench for 20 days. I think one time there was like a chair.
The bench was better.
Yeah.
I remember drawing up to that doctor too.
So when I was in surgery,
your grandma would tell that story better.
My grandma would tell that story better. Do you want to tell it? I'll do it.
Well, let's see if you can get it right.
So I was still in surgery, And the doctor come out and like knelt down next to Chris, and Chris's fist starts to go up like he's punching somebody. You better be careful.
You go ahead and open your mouth, choose your words.
He said choose your words.
He was like, "Whoa, buddy, whoa! I just want to tell you what happened.
She's okay.
She's okay. I need to know about doing the nerve block." I said, "Oh yeah, you do a nerve block. If you come back out here like that again, I'm going to break you in half." Sorry, next time. That's my woman.
Was it his fault?
I don't give two shits.
So, one of the sweetest parts that really showed who Chris is and how he treats me and how he's always treated me was I couldn't bathe myself. That's hard for me because I'm super independent. I love me some Wildman, man. I do. But I'm like independent as hell, okay? Myself.
Very much so.
And I hated the idea of a nurse washing me, and they had to.
You hadn't had a bath in a while. They wouldn't let you.
Yeah, it was like.
Just wet nap bath and.
Yeah, and they finally told me that my staples were out. That's what it was.
You couldn't get a bath, a full shower until you get staples
out. And when I got my staples out, they told me that I could shower, and I was so excited, but I couldn't stand up to shower. And
you sat in the older people's chair in the shower.
You went to the store first, though. Do you remember that? I was like, please go get me Real People shampoo. Mm-hmm. I need Real People shampoo, and I need a razor. Please. Please.
I did that, too.
Yep.
Shaved everything.
Shaved my legs, and shaved my arms, and...
Everything?
Not yet. Not yet. That was later. He washed me in the hospital and helped me get to bed and literally didn't leave my side. And then when he had to leave my side, he had to go back to work. He arranged for people to come be with me. But I think that time in the hospital is like the epitome of who we are.
The worst one was driving you back and meeting the ambulance. And then sitting in the waiting room. And they told me I could not go back there and see my wife.
Yeah.
And then the horror story back there. And then,
yeah. I'll be honest, I don't want to talk about that because that was...
No.
That was the worst part
Let's
of it.
bury that one.
We'll talk about that one at another date. That was really rough to this story. But the hospital experience and how everything that happened during that time, it really shows who we are as a couple. And I just solidified everything I already knew about you. You ain't leaving. You ain't going nowhere.
No, I'm not stuck. I choose to be here.
Yeah, I pick at him all the time and say, hey, you're stuck. He's like, nah, I choose this. So yeah, it's a hard topic for us to talk about, the hospital. As a matter of fact, this is probably the most we've talked about the hospital experience.
Yeah, usually it ends in me getting up and going, I'm not talking about that. I feel comfortable talking about that.
So he's talking about it for you guys. Like, this is the most he's said. He's a man of few words until you get him comfortable. And then he won't stop talking.
That's true.
That is. I know it's true.
I'm trying not to overtalk you, too.
I've been over-talking this whole time. Please talk.
Well, my voice is very...
enticing.
I don't know about enticing. It doesn't entice me, but...
I like your voice. I do.
Well, I've had this voice since I was 10, so...
So let's talk about, like, marriage for a second. And, like, our philosophy and, like, how we go about that.
Partnership.
Yeah, and definitely, like, we view each other as partners. Like, he's not better than me, I'm not better than him. This isn't like, I do this, you woman, you do this.
No.
We break all societal norms.
Yeah, I come home and I remember you calling me, I haven't got anything done, but I did this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this 1,000th thing. You didn't do anything, but you just named off for 200 things that you've done. Yeah, but I didn't do what I needed to do. Well, I'll do it. No, you're not. It's my job. No, my job. Mm-hmm. We argue about who's going to do the dishes sometimes, just so that one cannot
Like as
You're better than the other
an
one.
honor system, not
Yeah.
as a
You did it
do
yesterday. No, you do it. I'll do it. No, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
You work 12 hours, so.
I was eating breakfast this morning and he was doing the dishes and I'm like, wait, I can't help you right now. Just wait a minute. He's like, I got this. I'm like, no, wait, I need to help you. We heard something very early on from a pastor that we used to go to this church, and he said something that really intrigued us that we've taken to heart all these years, and that is outdo each other in honor.
Pastor Mark.
Yeah, Pastor Mark. And he said, outdo each other in honor. Always continually outdo each other with what you do. So, flowers are one of them.
Don't make it a competition
Yeah.
with each other, because that becomes something else. But
Yeah.
just do it because, okay, she deserves it. Birthday is not a special day.
Oh, gosh, that's a definite one. We don't celebrate birthdays, yes.
Birthdays are a little different, but like, there's no special day for me to tell my wife I love her.
We don't do Valentine's Day. We don't exchange it. We don't exchange
I hate that
Christmas
day anyway.
gifts. Yeah, we don't.
I don't like holidays.
Yeah, we don't celebrate on holidays. We make it a point to honor each other throughout the year. We make it a point to, if I see something that I know he would like, I just get it.
Mm-hmm.
Same for you.
Well, that's like me. When we lived in Wagner, I go to Pig and I get a thing of flowers, and
Yeah.
people go, "What'd you do?" I'd be like, "Buy my wife flowers for no reason."
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, people do that? Yes. I buy my wife flowers about once or twice a week, just because.
Yeah. Just
I haven't lately. You got to build up to
the suspense. Is that what it is?
Yes, I do that sometimes. Be like, I'm gonna go buy her flip. Nope. She's thinking I'm going to. Not happening today. We're gonna do it on a special day.
Oh, I think we skipped over telling the engagement story.
We'll get to it. This is how we are. It's sporadic. It's a bunch of damn different paths going, and we end up where we're supposed to be.
Yes.
Sporadic and spastic. Brittany and Chris.
So when it comes to how we argue, that's important for us to talk about.
Argue or conversate?
That's what I was going to point out. We've gotten to a place, add in gentle parenting, add in childhood trauma, add in all of the things. We have started to understand each other. I don't want to come at Chris, and he doesn't want to come at me. We don't want to argue. We just decide, hey, what's fueling this right now? What's going on? Let's find the disconnect, get back to that point, and get to the root of it, and let's fix this. Why are you upset?
It's never what tilted you over the edge. It's what built it to the edge.
Yeah. What's the underneath? Yeah. And sometimes that really frustrates us because you're like, no, I'm just mad about this one thing.
And no, it's not. Until we realize what it is, this argument will not be an argument. Sorry, this conversation will go on and on.
Yeah.
And then there will be awkward silence, and then the one who went over the edge goes, "Yeah, it was this." We are very stubborn too.
Ooh.
Especially the Barwicks.
How dare you? I am totally 100% in agreement with that.
Davises aren't that way.
Waiting for the lightning strike.
Yeah, waiting for lightning. God or Thor, whoever.
Oh,
hey guys, you know I'm all about healthy nutrition, and I have a brand new product I want to tell you about called Athletic Greens. This is not just a multivitamin. It has 75 essential elements that you want to have in your diet, from probiotics to greens to digestive enzymes to prebiotics. There's so many things that they pack into the Athletic Greens. The main reason why I love them is it puts it all in one place. Literally you'd have to a la carte buy all of these different supplements, and they do it all in one package. So if you go to athleticgreens.com/Jimmy, and you can get a special discount if you go there, and the discount is you get a free 1-year supply of their vitamin D as well as some of their travel packs. Go check it out, you guys. athleticgreens.com/.
But yeah, so it's important, within our relationship,